Let's see here. Dun dun dun. What exactly do the Dragonus nobility expect from me in the light of loss of routes and communications on other worlds? We're all troubled by the fate of the agri world, Janus, that supplied Dragonus and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communications with the industrial world Kiawagama, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world of Veabos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Commerce. Such intriguing concerns for the Veabos 6 outpost. Doesn't your house happen to own the extraction stations there? Drivestam's beady eyes, vivid in fear. Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, without Veabos 6, the manufacturers on your worlds will need to make haste change to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run the risk of delays and the most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the von Valancius dynasty. I've already visited the agri-world of Janus. Governor Wyatt found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, the Wyatt line is one of the oldest in the von Valancius protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Vistenza succumbed to worshipping the ruinous powers and was executed. Drivestam pales in terror. It's clear from the unseemly grimace on his aristocratic countenance that his fear is not frightened. Ruinous powers? Truly horrific news. I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. That does it for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Corona's expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Moa for decades. But now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damage them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dragonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers. All those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Skalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Veabos 6 has been particularly of particular concern in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now to issues on a smaller scale, there is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the sacred warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure of your succession. What is to be done about them? List of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done? Send the disgruntled nobles lavish gifts on my behalf and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. Make arrangements for public purges. All who have sullied the rogue trader's name must meet their deaths on the executioner's block. I care not what those hyenas are japping about behind my back. Leave them be. They are not a threat to me. Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully, these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. Public purges. With a hand stern and strong, isn't that right, your lordship? You bear a stronger resemblance to Theodora von Valancius than I thought. May the stars shine upon her path in the darkness. It will be done. One last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the sacred warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstering by an equal long-lasting friendship of being represented on Dragones by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this study will be accorded to House Drivestem. Is he... Okay, so they're just gonna represent me at the ceremony. Let's see here. One moment. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? There is no need to alter the traditions. The dynasty will be represented by a House Drivestem. You're presuming is wrong. I will bestow this honor upon the... I don't care, just don't fight too hard over the bone. One moment, which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dragones. The Drivestem family, which I lead, the Gaprak family with the long ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbachs, known for their piety of diligence in service. Perhaps I should also mention the Verserians, who have some influence but who are not actually a noble origin. of noble origin. Any one of these houses would be honored to represent you at the ceremony. I didn't even know you could scroll over your choices like this. I've played this game for a while now. Okay, let's not not alter tradition. We don't know a better choice. Maybe I should have spoken to the nobles or something. I never doubted your lordship's decision. I can tell that the future holds a fruitful partnership for us, and prosperity for all Dragones. I shall immediately relay all your orders, most gracious rogue trader. May the gold of the throne illuminate your path. I would like to complete my inauguration as rogue trader as soon as possible. When it's the ceremony? Tell me about yourself and House Driveston. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and the most respected on Dragones. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the systems subservient to you. And we are responsible for the protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I'm a humble servant of the Emperor and loyal subjects of the Rogue Trader, and to my great pleasure I had to have the honor of calling myself Lady Theodora's close friend. At Urban's last words, Alibord lets out a sound that could be At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that could be interpreted as either a snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. Okay, so they have a beef. I would like to complete my inauguration as road trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? I'm afraid that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valancius Protectorate are going through a crisis, and the warp disturbances. If void observers are to be believed, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. Okay, so we need to have guests here to make it official. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. This antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared of, but its surface is still covered with a lot of scruffs, scratches and stains. Traces of the previous rogue traders who sat at this table. The cognitator is producing rhythmic sounds. among which faint ringing stands out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Got him. We have talked with all these people. To the outside, to the void bridge. Okay, so we're done here. So this guy, what was he about? The warden? The warden? Was he over here? Warden? Servant? Warden? Yeah, I can't see the guy. He said I could speak with him. But I don't know where he is. Warden? Can't go there. Aristocrats. Yeah, I think this scene is kind of over. I think we will go for the ship. Going for the ship. One thing though, we haven't geared this guy up. He needs 35. We can equip this one. 12 to 16. He needs a new one. This is 10 to 16. This one is better. 8 to 16. We can give him a better pistol at some level up. We probably need to give him a plasma pistol. Relieve the shotgun. 10 to 16. What's this? Needle rifle. 9 to 11. 11 to 12. We'll give him that. 6 to 8. 5 to 8. That's a shotgun pistol. We'll try that. See how it goes. Maybe it's the thing. We'll just have to wait and see. Terrible news from Dragonis Lord Captain. A subsidiary hive city, Scipione 84-249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sector are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? So we have choices here. Surrounding residential sectors has become increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive? Signal the hives to open the gates. We will not abandon a single person in the wastelands. Establish labor settlements in the ruins of Scipion 84-249 and relocate refugees there. They have much work ahead of them to restore their former home. Yep, that is it. A very fair decision, Lord Captain. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Scipion 84-249, and the refugees from the wastelands on neighboring hives have been rounded up there in harsh wastelands scorched with industrial poison. With only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents have begun the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Von Valencia's palace, throne room, and then we can upgrade the planets. So let's see what we can do here planetary wise. Dragonus. So a new hive city will be established on top of the ruins of Scipion 84-249. Extasium for the nobility. Palace Extasium will be constructed on the top of the ruins of Scipion 84-249 for the aristocracy. I'm getting tired. I need to take a break soon. Not that I was reading better earlier, but oh my god, the words. The dead of the dying will fertilize the gardens that will ring these pleasure chambers. Are we sacrificing people to fertilize the gardens? The dead and the dying. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Well, it sounds horrible, but I actually would like to become compost instead of being buried in a like yeah, it's like Tupperware. Some of the it should be degradable just to save space on the planet. I mean, come on. Emporium. The surviving spine of the Scipion 84-249 will be rebuilt into a space elevator. It will be capped by an emporium, excepting those ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. So this will decrease the security, but the profit factor will go up 1. We'll get chemicals and weapons 1. So we will get and mechanism and efficiency. This is pretty good. Restoration. What is this? A new hive city will be established on top of the ruins. Profit factor will be going down, but we will get efficiency. It's more security and 3 people. So the people part is pretty good. So the profit factor, route costs, what's that? I don't know. But I kind of want this, but I think we needed two or three, so it won't be enough. Oh, yeah, we'll have to go with this restoration. Execute. When we don't have enough to go doing anything else. Let's see here. Did we have anything else on the planet here? Nope, we don't. Rocky World. So, saving game. It's late over here.